Hello Aries and welcome to Providence. My name is KK and this is your general weekly reading for the week commencing the 11th of October 2020. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all very well. Once again, this is for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs of Aries, as well as the cross watchers. Everyone is most welcome here. And as always, please be reminded that this is a general weekly reading. So only to take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else out there in the collective Aries. As you know, this can just take a few moments to find your cards for the weekly reading, so please bear with me. Perhaps at this moment you would consider clicking that subscribe button below the video, as I do have ongoing weekly readings available for everybody. And there we are. The Three of Pentacles is where we start your weekly reading, Aries. Now, the Three of Pentacles is a card that represents teamwork. This is about you learning from other people, people learning from you, and implementing your knowledge, your newly learnt knowledge and skills into that collaboration. Now, when I use the word teamwork, obviously our minds go to a work setting, which could be the case for some of you out there. But teamworks, collaborations can happen also outside the work environment. We can work in a team, in a sporting team. We can work in collaboration with our communities, with our own families, our own friendships, things like that. But there's certainly this idea of learning from other people at the moment and vice versa, and implementing your skills, your expertise, the new things that you are learning back into that collaboration. This is a card that represents success comes from these collaborations, not going solo at the moment. So keep that in mind, Aries, as the week continues on. Let us get all your cards on the deck. We'll find out a little bit more where this learning from teams, where this learning from collaboration is coming from this week. Well, the card at the bottom of the deck this week, the overarching energy, is the wonderful Ace of Swords. And as you all know, the aces are the gifts from the universe to us. Whether this has been something you have been co-creating or it is happening in divine timing, it is being handed to you this week. Excuse me, let me just have a... Excuse me, just let me have a sip of tea, thank you. Oh, it's because it's very early morning where I am, Aries. So the Ace of Swords represents breakthroughs, new ideas, great mental clarity, and great success that comes from these breakthroughs. So if you've had obstacles or roadblocks in your path recently, they are going to be vanquished this week by this Ace of Swords. You're going to be very mentally, intellectually clear about what steps you need to take to bring these new ideas to fruition and to be very, very successful. So a wonderful energy, especially to have with this teamwork idea. There's going to be much progress made this week. What is crossing you this week, Aries? Well, the Five of Pentacles is crossing you this week. The Five of Pentacles is a card that represents some concerns you may have at the moment about your finances. Oh, I'm so sorry, Aries. Excuse me, I'll just have another sip of tea. My apologies. It's not coronavirus, do not worry. It's rather cold where I am. So it's the cold air creeping in. My absolute apologies. This Five of Pentacles is about, as I said, some concerns about your finances. Perhaps you've had a large unexpected bill come in and you're not quite sure how you're going to pay that. You may have recently lost a job. Those are certainly financial anxieties that you might have at the moment. The other thing about this Five of Pentacles is that sometimes it can signify a mindset of lack in your life. And that mindset of lack is that negative self-talk. It might have been a case that you were in those outer conditions, but it doesn't necessarily represent what is happening now. And I think with it crossing this Three of Pentacles, it's speaking about perhaps you feel that you have a lack of knowledge in a particular area. You have a lack of skill. You have, you know, you don't think you're smart enough to do this. But again, learning from other people, working in this team, this collaboration, is going to prove to you that you absolutely do have what it takes to bring this new idea, this project, this goal that you have with these other people into fruition. So just be mindful that this is a mindset at the moment. It's not reflective of your outer conditions. Temperance is in your past position this week, Aries, and temperance is always a call for balance and moderation for all areas of your life. It's also a card that speaks about having patience. And I'm saying that in regards to this mindset of lack going on here. I think you need to approach this collaboration, this team, with a sense of balance and moderation. And that also speaks to your own inner dialogue, because I really feel this Five of Pentacles here is representative of your inner dialogue. So be patient with yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. But working with these people, you can see the progress that you can make. You can see all the wisdom, the knowledge, the skills that you can learn from working with these people. The Seven of Cups in your grounding position. Very, very interesting, Aries. Now, this Seven of Cups is a little bit of a tricky card. It's a little bit of a card of illusion. While all these Seven of Cups here present themselves, it's like the buffet of opportunities opens up to you. Decisions, decisions, decisions to be made. Now, the illusionary part of this card is that not all the cups or opportunities on offer are perhaps the greatest for you. For instance, you're probably not going to want the serpent up there at the top, or perhaps the devil down here. So this card always comes with the warning of choose wisely. Choose what you want to bring into your future, what is best going to serve you and perhaps your team. The other little saying I always use when the Seven of Cups pops up is, not all that glitters is gold. You know, it's not always the shiny, obvious choice to make. Really choose wisely about these opportunities that present themselves. It's got something to do with this team, this collaboration that you're in at the moment. So really do your research. Really choose wisely what you want to take into the future with you. The Hermit card is in your crowning position this week, Aries. This is the Virgo card, if that resonates with anybody out there. Now, the Hermit is a card that signifies you wanting to do a little bit of soul searching this week. And I really think it's in regards to these decisions, these opportunities down here that the Seven of Cups has presented. This is you checking in with yourself. It's being reflective. It's being introspective. You're probably going to want to feel like a little bit of time to yourself. You might withdraw from this group, this team, for a few days, just to check in with yourself and what you're doing. Well, firstly, the Hermit always carries this lantern in any image I've ever seen of the Hermit. And that lantern is always lit by the universal star. And that star represents seeking your own inner wisdom, your own inner guidance. This is what you are doing, and I'm absolutely positive it is about these decisions, these opportunities down here. You're just doing a self-check-in. Look, it might not be the deep soul search, but you're just ensuring that this decision, this opportunity is right for you. I think it's going to, that energy of the Hermit's going to last a couple of days. I think you are going to withdraw from the group, just for a few days. Perhaps have a doona day, a sick day, whatever the case may be. Turn your phone off and just really do that self-check-in, seeking your own inner wisdom and inner guidance about, this opportunity that you're going to bring in. And we end the week with the outcome card as the Knight of Swords. And interestingly, you've got the Ace of Swords up here, which is what the Knight of Swords is holding. The Knight of Swords is the quickest moving knight of the tarot. You know, the Knight of Swords brings in this ambition, this drive to succeed, action-packed, action-orientated, very fast thinking, very quick on their feet, charging into the situation here. There's two things going on for me with this Knight of Swords. Either this Knight of Swords is involved in this group, this collaboration, and if that is the case, we're talking about a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarian. And they're certainly going to bring this ramped up energy, this drive, this forward momentum for this team setting. Or you are going to embrace this energy. The Knights, after all, bring an offering. So perhaps you accept that offering of ambition, the drive to succeed. You've done the check-in, you've done your research. It's all, A-okay with you. So you're charging forward in whatever this collaboration is to you. And great success is going to follow you, Aries. As always, I like to take one final message just to summarise the weekly reading for you. But if you are resonating with this reading, by all means, please give the video a like. Please feel free to leave a comment if you would like to. Please excuse my coughing. And if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button below the video, as I do have ongoing weekly readings available for everyone. It is the number 26. It is the beautiful Flamingo Spirit. And the message Flamingo Spirit brings is embrace the in-betweens. And I feel this is in... I'm so sorry, Aries. My absolute apologies. It sounds a lot worse than it actually is. It's just the cold air hitting my throat. Excuse me while I just have a sip of tea. Oh, my apologies. The in-between is, in reflection to this Five of Pentacles here, is what I was about to say. It's, embrace the in-between is you're not quite there yet. So embrace the journey almost to the destination is what Flamingo Spirit is asking you to do. But let's see what other messages Flamingo Spirit has for you this week. Do not resist Flamingo Spirit's call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens. With 1 foot in the life you are moving away from and 1 foot in the future, as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intention, you must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with new plans. You can trust this moment and yourself as you take in what you see and become aware of all that you have experienced in this in-between time. I will leave you with that as the final message of the week, Aries. Again, I so apologise for me coughing throughout your reading. Please have a fabulous week ahead. I look forward to seeing you all next week. And until then, from me to you, much love and light. Bye-bye.